بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters everywhere, viewers everywhere, kids, everybody out there. Hello and welcome to this special edition of your show, Huda Quest. Remember when we first started? It was exactly this same day last year, the first of Ramadan. And we've had many reruns, many rides. However, the journey this time is going to be completely different. And before I tell you how, we would like first to wish you all a blessed Ramadan, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept your salat, dua and ihsan, and we hope you're able to celebrate and honor this blessed month with your loved ones. Allow me, before I explain how the show or how this special edition is going to work, allow me to welcome our participants for today. First, we have Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman, it's very, very nice to have you on the very first episode of this special edition.
Thank you. It's an honor for me to be here, actually.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then we have Zaina as well. Zaina, very nice to have you again on the very first episode of this special edition.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh,
Thank
by
you
the
so
way,
much.
everything looks changed. How is every episode in the season going to be different from the last season?
Exactly, that was the thing I was going to tell you about. Well, this time actually we're going to be talking about something very, very important. And that is the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, alayhi salatu wassalam. And we know that no matter how many episodes, no matter how much time, no matter how much efforts we put into learning about this Seerah, the glorified Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, we will never be able to fully address it. However, we can do so much. And that's what we are trying to do here, to do so much. So over 30 days in Ramadan, we're going to be talking about the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And in each episode, we're going to be addressing one particular topic, one particular event or incident that occurred in the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And let me ask you, what do you think, since we're still in the beginning, what do you think our topic for today will be about?
I think it's going to be about the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Maybe, but maybe a little bit before that, a little bit earlier than that. How about you, Zaina?
I think it will be about the life in Mecca.
Yeah, exactly. Life in Mecca before the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Peace be upon him.
Now, I'd like to tell you something. Now, this show is a competition, right?
Yes.
I mean, how could we have a competition? It's gonna be actually a competition. So we're carrying on with our old method of having a competition. However, we're gonna learn through a competition. So we have some questions and we're gonna learn some information through these questions. And then after the question, we're gonna tell a story composed or made up of all these questions. So we can recap what we learned. And after that, with the second segment, we're gonna have some games. However, all the games have some sort of visual cues that connect sort of the information we learned in the first segment. So it's all about Seerah, the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. However, it's a competition at the same time. Are you guys ready?
We are.
Should we start?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Really?
yes.
Great. So we're gonna start with the very first question. Now, before I tell you what the very first question or how it's gonna work, each one of you will be asked 5 questions in this segment. And unlike previously, it was like rapid questions, 10 questions for everybody. No, this time it's going to be only 5 questions, and you're going to have 1 minute for each question with 4 choices. One of them is correct. So you get the time, you get the choices. It's much easier, and of course, it's very informative. It's all information about the Seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Peace be upon him.
Are you ready, Abdurrahman? I think it will make more sense when once we start.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's
so
get on.
We're gonna start with the very first question with you, Abdurrahman.
Bismillah.
And the question, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the question will appear on the screen down below now. And the question is there. The question goes, Arabs in the Arabian Peninsula were all following the right path. Following the teachings of Prophet Ismail, peace be upon him, they were on monotheism. until a man brought idols to Mecca and people started worshipping them. That man was Amr bin Luhay, Abu Jahl, Abu Talib, Utbah ibn Rabi'ah. You've got 60 seconds. Go ahead.
I think the answer will be Amr ibn Luhay.
Amr ibn Luhay. And what makes you think so?
I think we took it in social studies, but I'm not really sure.
Oh, mashallah, very interesting. Great. Are you sure?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, let's see. It is correct. Thank you so much. Great, great job. Mashallah, a good start, very good start. So,
thank you.
How many points do you gain now?
I think 10,
10,
I believe.
Yeah, exactly, 10 points. Zaina, are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, we're still talking about life in Mecca before Islam. And actually, the question goes, what is the pre-Islamic era called? Jahiliyyah, Stone Age, before Islam era, none of them.
This is so easy. It's obviously Jahiliyyah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Great. Let's see. Is it correct? It is correct. MashaAllah. You guys have so much knowledge, mashallah, about Seerah, and it's clear that in your social study class, your teacher did a good job. MashaAllah. Thank you. And the third question to you, Abdurrahman, go. So it's your second question, third in total.
Bismillah.
It's going to appear on the screen down below. And the question goes, what were some of the bad habits and activities that dwellers like people who were living there, dwellers of Mecca were involved in during Jahiliyyah, which is the pre-Islamic era? Idols worshipping, tribalism, female infanticide, or all of them?
That's so easy. All of them, obviously.
Okay, by the way, do you know what female infanticide means?
They were burying females before they were
when
they were
born,
young.
really? When they were young, yeah.
When they were young, sorry.
Yeah. And they would bury them.
Yeah, alive.
Poor girls. Yeah, of course, that was a terrible activity. So, all of them? Let's check the answer. It is correct. All of these activities were activities people in Mecca were involved in Jahiliyyah. And the fourth question, or your second question, Zaina. We go back to Zaina again. Your question goes, when the people of Quraysh started worshipping idols, four people convened and expressed their anger and disagreement with that. These three were Ubaydullah bin Jahsh, Uthman ibn al-Huwayrith, and Zayd bin Amr bin Nufayl, and Khalid ibn al-Walid, or Waraqah bin Nawfal, or Al-Harith ibn Abd al-Muttalib, or Amr bin Hisham.
I think Waraqah bin Nawfal.
Waraqah bin Nawfal. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check the answer.
You're trying to trick me.
Yeah. It is correct. Thank you so much. And we're going to talk about Waraqah bin Nawfal later on with the second or the third episode and his significant role when he told the Prophet about what will befall him later on. So thank you so much for that. And these three people were, they were dissatisfied with the idols worshipping and all the activities that dwellers of Mecca were involved in, or Quraysh in particular. And then we move to you, Abdurrahman, now, and the question goes, what were some of the good and admirable habits and traits that people in Jahiliyyah were on? Generosity, forbearance, perseverance, all of them.
All of them.
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay, let's see. It is correct. Now, we talked about the bad and terrible habits. Now, there were some good habits too, right? They were very generous and they had stamina and patience and a lot of good things as well. So Islam came to reinforce these things, these good things, good habits, and reject all the terrible ones. And we're gonna move to you. Again, Zaina. And the sixth question of this episode, the third for you, goes, what was the name of the idol that Quraysh worshipped and glorified the most? Hubal, Yaghuth, Wud, Suwa.
Hubal.
Hubal. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Let's see. Let's check the answer. It is correct. Thank you so much. Good job. Thank you so much.
Thankfully, Zain is getting all the hard questions. Mine are
Oh,
so
really?
easy, thankfully.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Thank
thank God. Now, I just would like to mention something that we are using a system of transcription or transliteration to make sure that we convey all the symbols. Because since we're using a lot of Arabic letters and a lot of words in Arabic, we have to use a certain system of transcription or transliteration, and that's what we did with all our episodes. The seventh question for you, Abdurrahman, goes: the well of Zamzam had long been buried in Mecca, and its landmarks were hidden completely, until one of the chiefs of Quraysh had a dream of its location. Who was he? Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim, Abu Talib, Qusay bin Kilab, none of them. Which one is the answer?
It's a very hard question.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to choose first Bismillah, Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim.
Are you sure about that?
100%.
Okay, you said it was a difficult one, and then you're saying now it's 100%.
Yeah, because I remember the answer now.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, let's check the answer.
Thank
It
God.
is correct. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the eighth question to you, Zaina. Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim came to discover the location of the well of Zamzam after an incident. What was the incident? A dream, a conversation, an accident, a natural disaster?
I think a dream.
A dream. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the answer. All right, the answer is correct. Thank you so much. And then the following question goes to you, Abdurrahman.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.
Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim was the chief of his people, of his clan, and he had 9 sons, 10 sons, 11 sons, 12 sons.
I don't know, but I've had something that always helped me. Choose B and move on.
Choose
B is
B.
number 2, so 10 sons.
Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, so it's just.
But that's
so
the answer I'm
it's
choosing.
just. Is it an educated guess or just
No.
a wild guess?
Oh, well, yes.
All right, let's see. I hope it works out with you this time. Oh,
It has
wow.
never failed me.
Yeah.
Choose B and move on.
Choose B and move on. I mean, is that a rule of thumb in life or something?
No, it's just my rule.
It's your
I
rule
use
of
it and
thumb. I see.
it helps
Okay.
me like 99% of the time.
Oh, that's great. Well, then next time we're not gonna put any correct answers in B.
Okay, then
you.
you narrow it down. A, C, or D.
Okay. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman.
No problem.
Now the last question to you, Zaina. And the question goes: what is the name of the father of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Abdullah, Abdul Muttalib, Abu Talib, Hamza.
This is so easy. It's obviously Abdullah.
Of course, certainly we all know the name of our Prophet, Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. Thank you so much, Zaina. The answer is certainly correct. Good job. Now, mashallah, you guys did a really decent job. Good job. Thank you so much. Now it's time to recap. Have you ever heard about recapping?
Yes, of course.
We recap the information we learned with like some sort of short story. And the story goes, Arabs in the Arabian Peninsula were all following the right path. They were all following the teachings of Prophet Ismail, peace be upon him. They were on monotheism. Now, do you know what monotheism is?
Yeah. Only
course.
praying to one God.
Only, yeah, of course, worshipping only one God. Until Amr ibn Luhay brought idols to Mecca and people started worshipping them. This pre-Islamic era was called Jahiliyyah, of course. And during Jahiliyyah, dwellers of Mecca were involved in many bad and terrible activities, such as idols worshipping, tribalism, and female infanticide. And among the most popular idols that Quraysh worshipped and glorified was
Hubal.
Hubal. Yes, thank you. People in Jahiliyyah also had good habits and traits such as generosity, forbearance, and perseverance. Yes. And when Quraysh started worshipping idols, 4 people convened and expressed their anger and dissatisfaction with that. These were Ubaydullah ibn Jahsh, Uthman ibn al-Huwayrith, and Zayd ibn Amr ibn Nufayl, and Waraqah ibn Nawfal. Now, we should mention that the well of Zamzam had long been buried in Mecca and its landmarks were completely hidden until Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim, the grandfather of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had a dream of its location. Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim had 10 sons, and of course, he was the father. Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim was the father of Abdullah, who was the father of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Now, next episode, we're going to be talking about a very major and important event that occurred in the year in which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born.
The year of the elephant.
The year of the elephant, exactly. Thank you so much. Now it's time to take a short break and we're going to be back with what?
The second part.
Yeah, the second part, which contains
The 2 games, the
the games.
slideshow,
Yeah,
and
the games. No, actually, we have different games this time. It's going to be a surprise for you. Viewers everywhere, brothers and sisters everywhere, stay tuned. We still have much more in our episode. We are back, brothers and sisters everywhere, again to this special edition of your show, Huda Quest, where we talk about the seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And now it's time to the game segment. And as I said before, these are not just merely games, they're games that connect the dots. So we connect the information, the questions we learned about in the first segment with some visual cues. And we're gonna start with you, Abdurrahman. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Do you know what the game is going to be for you? It's going to be rearrange the image.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Okay,
I
great.
believe I can do great at it.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Great, let's do it. Let's have rearrange the image for Abdurrahman.
Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Okay, first off, 1 and 5.
1 and 5.
2 and 1.
Okay, do it a little
3 and
bit
6.
slower. Because the
3 and
computer...
6.
3 and 6.
4 and 2.
4 and 2.
5 and 7. 6 and 3. 7 and 8. 8 and 4. And 9 with 9.
Great, thank you so much.
No problem.
See? We're,
It was very
we're
easy, thank
celebrating
you.
your success, huh?
Thank you.
Thank you. Great. Good job. Thank you. You get 10 points for that. So
Okay,
good
that's
job.
nice.
Thank you so much. 10 points for that. And what was that picture?
A well.
A well. Yes, exactly. And of course, this is just a cartoon well. But when we talk about the well, we remember, of course, the well of what? The well of Zamzam.
Yes.
Of course, which was buried. And then Abdul Muttalib had a dream.
And found it
And
then.
then he found it and he dug in and found the well of Zamzam. Okay. Now it's your turn, Zaina. Are you ready? We
Yeah.
have guess the image. Guess the image. So you have a different game, and
Yeah.
you have 9 boxes, and there is an image in there, and then you reveal 1 or 2. However, this time we're not gonna deduct any points when you reveal 1 or 2. Okay? So you
Okay.
have 2 boxes to reveal, and we're not gonna deduct any points at all from you. Okay?
Okay.
Will you be able to guess? Hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Great. Let's do it.
Number 5.
Number 5.
I think.
You can reveal another one, by the way, and we're not gonna take anything from you.
I think it's like
Are you sure? You don't want to reveal any other box, any other number?
number 4.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's like a battle.
A battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like people fighting.
Yeah.
A battle. Okay. Let's see. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Is that your last answer?
Yeah.
Great. Yes, that is correct. And how do you think how is that relevant to our episode?
Like life in Mecca was about battles and fighting.
Exactly. People were fighting a lot. There was a lot of battles, tribalism. So yes, definitely that was how life was like before Islam during Jahiliyyah. Now it's time for another game to you, Abdurrahman. think and match. And this
Oh,
time, what happens with think and match is that you've got 10 pictures. And
10?
yes, 10
This is so
pictures.
easy.
Yes,
10.
you're gonna connect them. So you're gonna say, for example, one with A, two with
Oh,
C.
Okay, that's relatively
But
easy.
yeah, but the thing is, there is a connection, and you have to. You don't have to figure it out. We can figure it out all together. But you have to get the match correctly. Okay, so you
Okay.
have to match them up correctly, and we can figure out the match or the connection together.
Okay.
So that's Think and Match, our new game for the first time on Huda Quest. Let's have Think and Match.
Okay, Bismillah.
Bismillah. Oh, see, it's scary, right?
Mm.
All right. Okay, so there is definitely a connection between
Okay.
all of these.
One and A?
One and A. Okay, what makes you think so?
Because both of them are stores.
Stores or like, yeah, trade. So people, we're gonna figure out the connection
Well-
later. Let's just continue.
Okay, 4 and B,
4 and B. Yes.
3 and D,
3 and D. Yes.
2 and E.
3 is not with D.
Okay, 3 with E,
3 with E. Yes.
2 and D,
2 and D.
and 5 with C.
5 with C. MashaAllah, that was great.
Thank you.
So let's figure out the connection together. So 1 and A, you have 2 pictures of trade. Trade was the main profession, and as we can see from the pictures. And then we have 2 and the other one. So number 2. What do we have here? Offering food. People were generous back then. Generosity was one of the traits common in pre-Islamic era, Jahiliyyah. And then number 3, hospitality as well. Hospitality, people were hospitable. And then number 4, fighting.
Battles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
battles. They were fighting,
they were waging wars
tribalism.
every 5 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, well, not 5 seconds. That would be an
Yeah,
exaggeration.
that's an over exaggeration,
Exactly. Yeah, but it was pretty common. And then the last one was actually what?
actually. Idolatry.
Worshipping idols. Exactly. Thank you so much. Worshipping idols. As you can see, these people and these are some sort of idols. So worshipping idols was also one of the bad traits or the terrible things that people were on, and that's why Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him,
Peace be upon
came to rescue these people and to lead them to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's your turn, Zaina, and reorder the events. So we have 4 events, and you'll have to reorder them based on the date of occurrence. So for example, this happened first, and this number 2 happened, and then number 3, and then number 4. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
We are all ready for reorder the events. Let's do it. Let's have it. Yes. So you have Abdul Muttalib digging to find Zamzam, you have idols worshipping, and you have monotheism, and you have Abdul Muttalib having a dream.
Okay, this is so easy. First thing is the monotheism.
Yes, people were on monotheism. First thing, yes.
Second, idolatry.
Yes, exactly. Idols worshipping, yeah, correct.
Then Abdul Muttalib having a dream.
Yes, exactly.
Then the last thing, Abdul Muttalib digging to find Zamzam.
Zamzam, of course, after the dream, of course, certainly. So that's number 4, and that is correct. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good job. Now, the last game, we always like to conclude with the best. Well, all of them are best, right? So, would you like to conclude with a game for both of you? So, both of you are going to be participating in this one. Both of you will show you 5 slides, and I'm going to be asking each one of you 1 question only about these slides. Okay?
Okay.
Great?
Okay, I
It's
have
gonna
a
be
question.
easy. Yeah.
It's 1 question of the 5 photos.
Yes, about the 5 of them. Remember as much as you can about all of them. All the small, teeny, tiny details as much as you can.
Okay.
Okay? Are you ready?
Yes,
We're
we
going
are.
to start with you, Abdurrahman. Oh, well,
Okay.
no, we're going to start with both of you, actually. It's for both of you. Abdurrahman and Zaina, let's have the slideshow.
Okay. Bismillah.
Bismillah. Three. Okay. The
I don't
first
remember
question to you,
anything.
we're gonna start with Abdurrahman. The first question to you is, how many horses were in the second picture?
Are you kidding me? Right?
Of course I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding.
Thank
Okay.
God.
So one of the pictures symbolized, or like it was a picture of a common profession in or during pre-Islamic era. What was the picture, and what was the number of the picture? Of course, you know the picture. What was the number of the picture, and what is that the thing, the profession?
Trading.
Mm-hmm.
3 and trading.
3, it was trading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see number 3. Was it trading? It is. Yes, trading. Thank you so much. Good job.
No problem.
Now, the question is for you, Zaina. And the question is, one of the bad and terrible things people were involved in during pre-Islamic era. What was the thing, and what was the number of the picture?
I think 1 or 5.
1. What was 1? What is the thing?
I don't know.
Try.
The first picture was about like something that is broken on the ground.
Yeah, so what does that have to do with anything? It might just be like, we might have a trap for you there. So your last answer is?
5.
5. And what was it about? What was the thing in there?
Like 2 men are standing next to each others, and they have like food.
Yeah, and that was a terrible thing?
No.
So your answer is 5.
No.
Okay, we need an answer.
Okay, it's a 4, but I don't know why.
4, you don't know why. Okay, let's see number 4. Number 4, yes, fighting. Tribalism. People were fighting over like the silliest thing, right? Of course, tribalism and fighting and all the fighting and battles that were happening, and for no obvious reason or for very silly reasons. Thank you so much. So you didn't answer the question quite well. So should we count that for her?
No,
Abdurrahman.
because
She's my sister.
Abdurrahman.
She's my sister.
She's your
Give her
sister?
the point.
Yeah, we should give her the
Give her
Thank
the
you.
points.
Okay. Abdurrahman is saying we should give her the points. We're gonna give you 10 points for that. Okay. Good job. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
We have gotten to the end, the conclusion of our episode. So, should we see who is the winner of this
I
competition?
think
Who's the
it's,
champion? It's a
We
tie.
both
You
got-
think it's a tie?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if it's a tie.
Bismillah.
That would be a really good start to have a tie.
Yeah.
MashaAllah, Abdurrahman got 80 points and Zaina got 80 points. That's a tie. MashaAllah, good job. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. You did a good job, and we were happy to have both of you on the show. Abdurrahman, would you like to say something in the end?
Yeah, watch the show.
Thank you. Zaina would like to say something in the end.
Yeah, I should be with Abdurrahman all the time because we are a good duo.
Oh, good job. Okay, you did a good job today, actually, and mashallah, you have a lot of information. Brothers and sisters everywhere, I hope we learned something together, and we are going to continue during this 3-day journey, 30 days actually, 30-day journey to learn about the seerah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And the next episode is going to be about a major event that occurred in the year in which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born. Until we see you then, be always well. May Allah accept all your good deeds, and may you be having a blessed Ramadan. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.
Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-b